Salute. We gotta go off battle rap for a second. I feel like I've been violated. And y'all did this to me before. I've been violated. I've been straight violated. By the way, as always, I shouldn't say as always, but as of lately, target tees is something you gotta deal with. What's good, y'all? Salute. Salute all y'all coming in. I wish YouTube was like Instagram where I could tag some of y'all in, because I need to understand this. Before we get into this real quick, I won't call it really a new pickup because I had it ever since the event. I told y'all I had one on my gram. I framed it. I'm going to show y'all. Y'all fuck with it? Homie, shout out to you once again for coming through the event, getting these signed. And the homie that was at the event, he gave me one of them, so I brought it back to the crib, framed it up. I'm going to find somewhere to put this on the wall. I hope y'all fuck with it. This will be the only battle rap thing I'll probably put up because I just respected how he put this together and got everybody to sign it. So tracked me down, got me to sign it too. Got me to sign it right there. I see Big K. I can't understand some of these people's signatures. I see Big K. I see Jag. Jag signed it right on fucking Hitman's face. They go Ant. Actually, I had Ant sign it after. Who else is on here? I see Show Off. He signed it, Show Off nigga. I see Wing. I see Shotta right here. Shotta RBE. And I know Lawrence is on here too. So you got all four of the main RBE team. They go Lawrence right there. They go Show Out. It's got all these shits around here. I can't even read everybody. I can't even understand everybody's shit. But salute once again, homie. I just wanted to show you this, show how much I appreciated it. When I said that I was gonna take it home and frame it, I wasn't bullshitting, man. So thank you once again. This is love. That's really, really love right there. To bring those, to go into your own pocket, to print those out, bring the printed copies to the event, support the event, get everybody that's a part of the event to sign it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's love, man. I love shit like that. Thank you once again. All right. Y'all fucked me up again. Y'all caught me with Power. I got a video on my Instagram explaining why I don't fuck with Power and why I think Power's trash. Who's calling me? It's my brother Shotta calling me while I'm on live. See, I got Power. I think it's trash, all right? I think it's trash. Here's the thing with Snowfall. There's this debate going around right now. You see it on Twitter. You see it on websites. You see it all around social media. There's this debate of the WIRE versus Snowfall. All right? Let me start out here first. When I put on Power, everybody was talking about how good it was. I broke down, like I said on my IG, why I think it's trash. I didn't just go at it and say, oh, I don't fuck with this. I'm not this super biased WIRE guy, and that's why. No, it wasn't that. I gave y'all a logical breakdown why I don't fuck with Power on my IG. Go find that video on my IG. Check that out. Let me know your thoughts. Now we're doing this Snowfall thing. And off rip, Snowfall isn't Power. Snowfall is much better than Power. Snowfall is a good series. Let's be clear. I'm gonna be flat out and say Snowfall is a good series. But Jesus, we can't even put Snowfall in the same conversation as the WIRE. Lawrence Lowe, appreciate you, homie. What's good, big bro? Power was an okay show. I never cared for the WIRE. Oh, Lawrence Lowe, man. You gotta be careful in here with comments like that. So you never cared for the WIRE. I don't know, Lawrence Lowe. Appreciate you as always, homie. Thank you for always being in the lives. But if I ain't fuck with you and you wasn't always in these lives, man, I'll probably block you for that shit. Yo, back to Snowfall. Snowfall is good. Snowfall basically, it takes for the most part three stories and it cycles through them in a circle. Not the most in-depth approach to presenting this series, but it allows you to keep up with it pretty well. The pace is pretty good. The acting is solid. Is the acting stellar? No, the acting is solid, which is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? It basically, you got the story of Franklin and his family and his his uncle, his aunt, his boys, his two boys, soon to become one later on. Hopefully, no spoilers in here for y'all. Um, Basically, come up in a drug game. Then you got another story over here. You got the family over here. You know, the sister, the brother. They don't really get along. The father that passes away. The uncle. Then you got the fucking guy that works in the government slash DA agent that's also trying to fund this international war. And he's a part of import export. And he gets into the drug game and all that type of shit. Sometimes you're not really sure what side of the fence he's on. Is he really full government or is he just a dirty ass cop? It cycles through those three stories. Right now I'm approaching the end of season 3. I think there's 4 seasons of whatchamacallit, fucking Snowfall, right? So small disclaimer there. Duncan Penderhughes, appreciate this poor homie. The show's best representation of the streets. Power is over dramatic. Power is just a fucking soap opera. But we'll get back to that. Or I'm not gonna talk about Power in here. We'll get to that. I did that on my IG. But Snowfall, those 3 stories that it cycles through, and I see John Singleton's name attached to this. You know what I'm saying, in the credits. It's pretty well done. The main character is something I'm gonna get to in Franklin when I start creating the levels between Snowfall and The Wire. Okay. One thing that just puts The Wire light years ahead of all of these shows, including Snowfall. And let me be clear right here. If The Wire is a 10, Snowfall is a fucking 5. That's how light years. I listened to y'all. I was fucking with y'all. Nicole Duncan Smith. I appreciate the support, love. Thank you for tuning in. I fucked with y'all. When y'all was doing all of this Snowfall versus The Wire, I got this from my own fam. Shout out to my brother Tate, my brother Reem that was over the crib, and we was talking about it. They got me to watch this shit. I went and paid for a Hulu membership just for that. I didn't know what else was playing on Hulu. I never had Hulu. I got Netflix. I got what else do I got? I got the HBO Max shit. I got fucking NBA TV. I got YouTube TV. I'm paying for all these subscriptions. I never thought to need Hulu. I bought Hulu specifically because 2 of my closest people and all of the buzz told me that Snowfall is a must-see. And I agree. It's a great series. But the moment y'all started putting it in the same bracket as The Wire, I went in with like some super high expectations. And sometimes that's a bad thing. But I was just like, okay, all right. Y'all are putting it in the same conversations as The Wire. Say no more. Say no more. I'm there. There's no way this show comes anywhere close to The Wire for 3 reasons. 1, complexity of writing. Oh my God. I mean, The Wire got like real street ex-dealers, real ex-government, real people that was like in the police department and detectives a part of the writing. And you see it. Of course, a lot of this shit is fiction. There's a lot of shit that's not realistic, that's not going to happen in real life. Of course, Omar's not going to last that long in real life, probably. You know what I'm saying? But the writing is as close to realistic as you can get to a street tale like that. Like the complexity of the writing is stupid. The depth of the stories is unfucking parallel. One thing that The Wire does that you don't really see other series pull off too well is intertwine these deep stories and still make a coherent series all the way through. I'll give you an example how. I'll give you an example, and I brought my guns with me. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with y'all. Y'all violated by putting this shit in the same fucking conversation as The Wire. Season 1. The corners bring you right down to the street. show you how this shit really happens down there in certain areas. We're going to sprinkle in some of the bosses and above the layer above the street. We're going to show you how some of this shit really starts to happen and be constructed and moved into these hoods. You know, like you got the pit and shit like that. Like we starting out in those areas. You know what I mean? The type of shit that people turn a blind eye to in society and in government and the police department for the most part. You know, the whole mind state of go ahead and kill yourselves. You know what I mean? Gun shops and liquor stores on every corner for a reason. Keep that shit there, right? The corners. The corners. But not just that, the other side. Like it's two parallel stories that start in season 1. The corners, but the police side. The McNulty side of things. The detective side of things. The court side of things. The dust up of how certain cases get picked up and how certain cases get ignored. From episode like 1 or 2. Right? Right? That's season 1. The depth of that already unleashes it and shows you what's going on. But then we take I can't even call it a turn because the shit just coincides so crazy. We take you to the docks and show you the import-export game. We introduce you to the Greek. We're talking about the boss of the boss of the boss of the boss type shit. We take you to the Greek. That whole import-export setup of how this shit comes into the country in these containers and how it then gets into the streets and some of these people that knowingly and unknowingly are tied into the drug game. The depth of season 2, taking you out of the streets and taking you to the shorefront. Wayne AJ 84. The Wire was very unpredictable and well written. Also, the character deployment was amazing. I'm gonna get to that in 3. The fucking docs. You gotta be kidding me. And then it tied in a sub story of the girls that was brought in, the prostitutes. You know what I'm saying? Because reminder, people, the shit that gets brought in illegally to this country and import export ain't just no fucking drugs. It ain't just no fucking guns. You got human trafficking. You got all types of shit. The human trafficking element to this and why that turns so many eyes, opposed to what was just happening in season 1 in the street where we didn't give too much fuck about it, and takes you to how this shit really, really gets in and out. The structure around some of this shit. The power around some of this shit. Then we go to season 3. The free zones. You want to know what's so crazy about the free zones? It sounds, once again, very fictitious. Something that's not going to happen in real life. You're not going to have these detectives and these cops getting together and pushing drugs to make it damn near legalized to these 3 zones. You might think that could never happen, but the motivation behind the free zones, showing the depth of political pressure, because I think the mayoral run was starting, right? So it shows in these police departments the stat games. The stat games. Juicing the stats. Give me more convictions. I don't give a fuck if it's nickel and dime. I need a conviction rate up. Want to know why? Because this guy over here is about to run for mayor. Stats. Padding the stats. And then starting to mix in elements. This is where I think you start to get introduced to people like Marlo and shit. I'm not getting to the characters yet. But when we start talking about government and police department politics, the free zones, and mayoral run, ridiculous. Nicole Duncan Smith, thank you once again, sweetie. Appreciate you. Okay, season 3. Stop me when I'm saying something wrong. Snowfall in these shows can't do this shit, all while keeping the entire series coherent and streamlined. Season 4, the fucking school systems. How do we get here? How did some of these kids get to the fucking point where before they even have a chance, they've lost in life? Before they even had a chance, they've lost in life. The school systems. And then in the previous system where we were talking about criminal stats padding around government and the mayoral running all this shit. Now we're talking about school systems and the pass fail rates and all this type of shit. These characters alone have more depth than anybody in Snowfall. These kids that came in season 4 how we start off losing before we even get a chance to win. And then season fucking 5, the media. All the while in the end of season 3, season 4, and season 5, the political powers that come into to play. Like you see like the shit with like government corruption, how drug money is in the government. You got extortionists. You got like the storylines of like, and these are like small characters, like a Clay Davis. That's a small character in the grand scheme of showing how we. And then you get to the media, how the police department, how government uses the media and newspaper outlets to control perception. Yo, the characters. The evolution of the characters through the entire Wire, unparalleled. I'll give you one example. Like you see how Michael becomes the next and the new Omar by the end of season 5. There's a new McNulty by the AKA like cop that's willing to do anything. You know what I'm saying? There's a new Marlo by the complexity and the evolution of these characters. Now, sticking to my third reason why these shows, Snowfall, none of these shows can come anywhere close to The Wire. The depth of the characters. The depth of the characters. You got at least 10 characters that have like compelling, deep storylines. I'll give you an example. Like somebody that you wouldn't think is essential to The Wire, but if you really know The Wire, and like when his best friend got beat up, and then he put the cop Kima and his and the cops on niggas on the drug side of things because his boy got beat up bad and all that type of shit. Bubbles. Look at the depth of Bubbles' storyline. Clean, dirty, clean. He cleans up. How he's interwoven into the cop side of things, but still street side of things. Like with Kima. You know what I mean? How he's responsible at times for really raising the stakes. Look at just Bubbles. Just Bubbles. Hold on one second. Walt, baby, appreciate you. Snowfall is a good drama. The Wire revealed what was supposedly concealed. It unlocked corners, policing turning their eye to safe zones, media manipulation. I can go on and on. Walt, thank you twice. Thank you for that comment, and thank you for your support and your super chat. Are you fucking kidding me? Look at Omar. Look at the story of Omar. Him alone. Just the depth of his fucking story. Him alone. Look at McNulty. From fuck up to on point, to fuck up to on point, to trying to get in good with his BM, and then kicked out the house, and then a new relationship with the girl from the docks. He damn near started the whole shit. Because he sat in the back of that trial in like episode 1. Stringer was sitting in the back of the fucking room drawing and shit. And he was like, yeah, your case is about to get fucked up or whatever. Nah, such and such. These niggas running towers and Avon and Stringer and all this. Speaking of Stringer, like, I guess Franklin, if you have to equate him to one person in The Wire, I guess it would be Franklin versus Stringer. Two guys that are street. Even though Franklin's just a soft guy that came up and like his own friend said, you're not built for this. Like he never really was. Like Franklin running a $1 million drug empire is horrible because he's very weak. I like him. I like his story. I like his character. But there's no way you can convince me that he could be the head or the leader of $1 million drug operation. Like he cried like 10 times already before we get to even season 4. Like it's impossible. But I guess the equivalent to guys that want to get into offshoring their money and washing their money and expanding and not being as street to the point where you want to drop bodies all over the place and attract attention, but at the same time run these streets and put down an iron fist when need to. I guess you would compare Franklin to Stringer. And you're going to tell me that they come anywhere close in believability, in acting, in storyline, in depth. Stringer and Franklin in the same sentence. Fuck the shows in the same sentence. That's crazy. How about just those two almost equivalent characters? you serious? Franklin could say anything to a stringer as far as what character you fuck with in a series. Look at, there's so many characters that have depth and add major content to the Wire. Marlowe, we didn't even get to Marlowe. Marlowe is the most sinister, ridiculous, crazy, or strong-willed. Look at Prop Joe. Look at Prop Joe's storyline. You got the Lesters of the world, the smartest person in the entire series, Lester. There's times where I damn near idolize Lester. I'm like, this nigga's a fucking genius. Look how smart this fucking guy is, man. His mind. His fucking mind. And none of these guys did bad acting. The Corner Boys, what's his name? That's now a superstar in Hollywood. Is it Michael J. White? I mean, whatever. That played Creed. You know, when he was just a corner boy in the Wire. His storyline of getting on drugs and coming back and turning into a supposed snitch and getting, look at Bodie. Like the characters, there's nowhere near you could even compare how strong and how deep the storylines of so many of these characters. Bunk Moreland. Who else? I don't need to talk about the Avons of the world. I don't need to. It's just too many. Like you could name 10 people that you want to follow for 5 seasons. In fucking whatchamacallit, you don't come close to that, Snowfall. See Iron Addict. There is no more character development than Wire for life. You gotta be fucking kidding me if they think different, homie. You gotta be kidding me. Ryu Akbar of our beats and rhythm. Salute, homie. Appreciate you. Bodie, the rise and fall of a foot soldier. That's a story within itself. The rise and fall of a foot soldier. You can't be fucking serious. The depth and the complexity of these characters. Damn, I'm wild. Salute, homie. The moment Lester connected the dots on the bodies and the vacants. Yo, I can't believe y'all put Snowfall in the same conversation as The Wire. Damn, I'm wild. I appreciate that. These niggas is crazy. And 2 people that's wild as fuck is my brother. They didn't say it was better, but they said it was in the same conversation. Quadre Horton. I will support RBE forever. ARP is a Thanos of battle rap. Laughing my ass off. Thanks for the support. RBE. Thank you, Quadre. I appreciate that. I think we all have our Thanos moments. Every platform, every league, and everybody that adds to the culture in a big way. So I appreciate that, homie. Brooklyn 456. Shake them dice. Franklin is too weak for the show. The Wire is great work, but the show Gomorrah is The Wire and Soprano on 100. Is if you don't mind the subtitles. I haven't seen that, but thank you for that. I'm gonna have to double back and figure that out. Joseph Harris, how do I go about getting a refund? I paid but wasn't able to view. All you gotta do is email the Rap Grid support link, and they'll take care of you. They've taken care of about like 20 to 30 people that said they had an issue. It might be a couple more than that, to be honest, but yeah, we don't have a problem with that at all. Trust me, we'll take care of you, homie. Email the Rap Grid support. They actually hold aside a piece of our money for refunds for every event. You know, like it's part of the business aspect of this shit. So we don't duck it. Like we budget off a refund pot for people that, you know, their cell phone could be fucked up, or it could be a certain mobile device that didn't work during. So like we don't duck that at all. Like we got y'all. Walt Baby. After the such and such blog, I told my partner ARP remind me of Lester with a precise breakdown of facts. The weakest Wire character would have been a boss in Snowfall. Yes, I agree. And thank you for that. I appreciate that. Yeah, one thing I despise about people is lying on me when they forget how much proof is out there. There's even some more shit that's out there that I'm going to correct, probably behind the scenes. But I don't like that people lie when there's proof of their lies. It's like they just don't know or forget their bullshit. But I appreciate that, homie. Duncan Penderhughes, no show compares, cause everybody has strong story from Avon to, yeah, I didn't even say D shit. String, Minotti, Bubbles. I didn't even say D shit. Yeah. Like look at him. Avon's little was his cousin, his nephew. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you like D'Angelo, right? Yeah. Look at his character. There's no characters that come close to even the secondary characters in The Wire. If the primary characters in The Wire are like, let's say, Avon, Stringer, and then on the other side, McNulty, because technically the whole Wire is almost McNulty's. That's why season 5 ends with him like that. It's almost like McNulty's whole movie just got all these other subplots and stories and characters that are strong in it. But if you gotta take Avon, Stringer, Omar, Bubbles, and McNulty and say that those are the main people, primary, then you could say the secondary people are the Marlos, the Prop Joes, the Bodies, the Keemers, the Lesters, what's his name? Marlo's second in command or general, not Snoop, but Mr. Sinister himself. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What about Little Nicky from the Docks? Look at his story. Frank Sabaka. Oh my, are you kidding me? You don't got an actor that's stronger than Frank Sabaka in Snowfall. You don't got somebody that you're that compelled to see. How's this motherfucker gonna turn out more than Nicky in Snowfall? Little wild ass bugged out Nicky. And then look how his shit end. Like, yo, I had enough. Shit finally came to a head with him. Right? You gotta be, what's wrong with these people? SS Rob, you can argue Breaking Bad versus The Wire. I haven't finished Breaking Bad. I heard Breaking Bad is, a lot of people like Breaking Bad. I ain't mad. Quadre Horton, thanks for the repost of my drawing again. The Wire is better. Oh yeah, appreciate the drawing in the first place. The Wire is, you don't even have to say that, Quadre. It's not even in the same boat. It's nowhere near. The levels are just, I had to go see for myself, and that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing like the last 2 weeks. I've been seeing for my fucking self. Nicole Duncan Smith, appreciate the support. I'm dumb. Didn't know how to send a note. You see Top Boy? It reminds me of a British The Wire. I haven't seen Top Boy, but I might have to check that out. Thank you for that, Nicole. Ed Will, Dookie's story. Yo, it just keeps going. Dookie's storyline had a lot of depth. I know a few Dookies. Thank you, Ed Will. Remember I said the evolution of certain characters, like how Michael kind of evolves into the next Omar. Dookie evolved into the next Bubbles. Remember at the end of season 5, Bubbles was cleaned up. He finally made up the stairs and was allowed upstairs from his sister's basement. He cleaned up finally. After fucking 5 series, he finally got on the right path. But then Dookie became the next Omar. I mean, the next Bubbles. The evolution of each character and the replacing the revolving door aspect or the whole circle 360 every fucking time. They're showing that there's always going to be an Omar or a Marlo or an Avon or a Stringer or a Bubbles or a Dookie or a McNulty. Are you kidding me? Are y'all kidding me? Snoop and Chris's murder were a show by itself. Look, we spoke about primary characters. We spoke about secondary characters. You want to know in The Wire what like a third level character is? Like a Brother Muzone. That's like somebody who really, his story really just complements Stringer and Avon's going on different paths. One guy that wants to wash money more and get more corporate and more legal, but still has, his roots. And one guy that wants, he's a soldier before everything, even though he runs an empire. He's a soldier before everything. And how those two guys continue to go like this until both of their demise, right? And Brother Muzone complements that in the middle of it. Like he's a part of those decisions, like, you know, how the towers are getting held down. You know what I'm saying? One boss says this, another boss says that to him. You mix in Omar into that. Omar and Brother Muzon team up for a hot second. Boom, we gotta get this shit situated. Brother Muzon has his principles. You know what I'm saying? Don't give a fuck who you are, but this type shit I stand on. He's a third level actor. And look how much he compliments the seasons that he's in. Was he in like one season or like 2 seasons? They're wild. They're wild. Snowfall comes nowhere fucking close. Nowhere. It's not half of the Wire. Sore Loser. He wasn't in many scenes, but Brother Muzon's character was solid. Salute, Sore Loser. We just got to that. Perfect timing. Perfect fucking timing. Alex Palex or Palex. The Wire better than every show. Power is trash, by the way. I think Power is trash too. I broke down on my Instagram a whole list of reasons why. Pyzone81. Bro, The Wire was visual poetry at its finest. Thank you. I'm glad I don't got a bunch of people in here trying to explain to me, because I can't understand why fucking Snowfall is being mentioned in the same shit. Because you want to know what? You want to know some of the shit I take before Snowfall? And I haven't even finished it. Look, season 3 and season 4, it's not even open. I don't even got it open. But I did, I finished season 1. I ain't finished season 2. Did I finish? No, I think I did get into season 2. But Game of Thrones, I'm taking that over Snowfall by light year. Yo, I'm about to disrespect Snowfall because y'all was wilding. There's mini-series that I take over Snowfall. Mini-series. If you say, yo, Ed, you got a weekend to watch, you know, Snowfall again or these 3 miniseries, which one would you rather watch? One of them I'd rather watch is The Corner. It's no coincidence that it's by the makers of The Wire. And it's a miniseries. What is it, like fucking 5 episodes or some shit? 10 episodes or something? You know how miniseries are. 6 episodes. 6 1-hour episodes on 2 discs. I'll take The Corner over watching Snowfall. Chernobyl, if I'm pronouncing that right. If you haven't seen this, go grab it. It's a 5-part miniseries. 5 episodes. This is fucking, man. I was out the loop. This is a real situation. You know what I'm saying? You know how you got the 9/11s of history. You got what are some other? Nah, that's not like a because this is kind of considered a mother. It's not really. Is it considered Mother Nature? It's more so a man-made issue. So you can't really consider this Mother Nature. So I can't say like a Hurricane Sandy or something like that. But those type of historic events, this is one of them, real life, and I didn't know about it. I was tripping. I must have been asleep in class for that lecture. But this mini series is crazy. I take that. And last but not least, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Cuba Gooding Jr., man, you would think that he's like O.J. Simpson's fucking blood relative. He kills OJ in this shit. I'd rather watch. How many episodes was this? This is a mini series as well. So 4 disc set, but how many episodes per disc? It's 10 episodes. Yeah, so that's considered a mini series. It's 10 episodes, but you won't be able to put it down. Out 3, 4 o'clock in the morning watching this shit like, damn, I can't cut it off. Fuck sleep. Fuck sleep. You know what I mean? I know I was young when the OJ shit happened, but to go through this whole fucking series, yo, classic. I take those 3 miniseries over Snowfall. Franklin. Cool character, but you can't be serious. You can't be fucking serious. These niggas all tripping. Phil the Great One. The Wire never used background music. I didn't notice that. Is that true? That's crazy if so. The Wire never used background music? Because music and certain instruments in movies and obviously shows create tone. If The Wire had the tones that it had and it never used background music, that is crazy. Yo, Phil the Great. I'm about to Google that. The Wire never used background music? This is how much of a critic I am. Like, that's big. That's huge to me. That's wild. You know how they say like little small shit, like every time you're in the Matrix, everything's like a shade of green on the low. Little stuff like that that the directors and the producers do, and the writers to a degree, is crazy. But if The Wire never used background music, that's stupid. That is stupid. That's some dumb shit. Some wow. It just keeps getting, just keeps getting crazier. Ed Will, Sons of Anarchy, I got that. Game of Thrones, The Wire, Money and Violence, Respect Life, Snowfall, Brooklyn. What up? Appreciate you, Ed Will. Money and Violence was cool. It's a low budgeted group of friends that got together and was making shit happen. Could never compare to like some of these larger budgeted major syndicated network shows. It was cool for what it was, though. Money and Violence, but there's levels. I never watched Respect Life. Game of Thrones, I didn't finish. Sons of Anarchy. The reason why I stopped watching Sons of Anarchy is because it had almost a soap opera feel, a little bit like Power 2 at times, where it wasn't developing a consistent story throughout the series. Instead, there was things that was happening in the beginning of episodes, and then conclusion was happening by the end of the episode. It's like that's like a soap opera. You know what I mean? Like everything that's gonna happen is gonna happen within this episode, and then the next episode is gonna be something different. That was starting to happen too much in Sons of Anarchy, so I put it down. Mad Main TV, appreciate the support. Thank you for that. JS Preezy, shout out to all this new shit, but The Wire top 5 dead or alive, my personal one's fat. You better fucking believe it. It's top 1 for me. Duncan Penderhughes, don't forget Wallace. And Wallace could once again be considered a third level actor. A third level actor. They got 20 of these motherfuckers that all have these crazy storylines and deep characters that and somehow over these 5 seasons of the corners and the docks and the free zones and the politics and the mayoral run and the school system and the mayoral run and then the media and government politics still, and somehow all these characters across those 5 major elements to each season still interweave everything perfectly. How do you do that without being the best? COG, Melvin Williams, legend, Baltimore Hustler, playing the deacon in The Wire. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. I'm glad that I'm on here with people that know. Because if I would have got on here today and y'all would have told me, nah, AR, you tripping. Snowfall is better than The Wire, I would have gave up. I'm not talking movies and TV with y'all no more. That's it. I would gave up. Big Play Ray, how do you feel about Bad Blood? Didn't see it, homie. Appreciate the support. Big Play Ray, didn't see that. There's a lot of series I think I need to see, but Ozark, top 5 easy. I take Ozark over Snowfall. Yeah, I said it. I take Ozark over Snowfall. I probably take Narcos over Snowfall too. Season 1 kind of built around Escobar. Season 2, I think, was Escobar, and was it the DEA agent or the FBI agent that was kidnapped or whatever? And then you mix in, I think, a little bit of the New York cartel, and then season 3 was all New York cartel, I think, right? If I'm remembering that correctly. Narcos, I take over Snowfall. Ozarks, I take over Snowfall. I'll say it again. Are you guys kidding me? Are you guys kidding me? Duncan, appreciate you again, homie. Chris, yeah, that was his name. Chris, I said Snoop and the other soldier. Chris as well as Champ. Did you mean to say Cheese? Because even Cheese, he's a third level character. Even Cheese is popping in the shit. You know what I'm saying? Even Cheese is popping in the shit. Like, we got to stop this, y'all. We got to stop trying to reach out and put things in the same bracket as The Wire. I'm not a Wire guardian. I know there's Wire pictures on my wall. I know I got all the seasons and I watch it like once every other year minimum, the whole 5 seasons. I know I could come off Wire bias. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I swear to God, I'm not guarding The Wire with my life. You know what I mean? That's why I put on Snowfall, because I have people, social media, and people close to me telling me Snowfall is it. And yeah, if you're talking about The Wire, then these shows can't be in the same conversation. That's the problem. They're not in the same conversation. Not at all. Not at all. Snowfall is good, but that's it. Once again, if fucking The Wire is a 10, Snowfall is only a 5. And we spoke about reasons why. RCM, they used background music in one scene when Avon first walked into the projects with String and Stinkum. Stinkum, another Stinkum, yeah, that's another one. That's crazy. Damn, I'm wild. Ex-Baltimore Mayor Kirk Smoke was really considering a real free zone here in Baltimore. Is why he wasn't reelected. Wow. 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 When they say art imitates life, The Wire went there. Appreciate that, damn, I'm wild. The Wire went there. Big Play Ray. Cheese was Randy's dad. Yeah? I remember Cheese being shown to be related to anybody in The Wire other than Prop Joe. It was Prop Joe. Cheese was Prop Joe's nephew. Randy's dad? I never caught that. That's wild if so. I'll go back and check on that. That's what's up though. We just gotta stop that, y'all. Stop having these conversations of Snowfall in the same conversation as The Wire. It's not the same. It's not in the same conversation. The Wire is light years ahead. And I know you got apples and oranges type shit out there sometimes. Like maybe it's not easy to compare a Game of Thrones and The Wire because, you know what I mean? Like the concepts of, I get it. But overall entertainment, from the directors to the producers to the acting to the storylines to the depth to the complexity to the subplots and the sub-stories to the layering of the to the characters. Did I say the good acting? Everything about The Wire is gone. It's just gone. And these other series will entertain us. They'll do good jobs. The Snowfall is good. I'm almost on season 4. It's good. But we gotta stop. That's all I'm saying. We gotta stop. They have the same last name. Big Play Ray. Appreciate that. Duncan Pender Hughes. The Free Zone showed you couldn't stop drugs and that human life was less important than votes. Too much depth in The Wire. Thank you. On that note, I'm out of here. You see people out there talking about Snowfall is in the same conversation as The Wire, just shut them down and tell them like, yo, y'all doing too much. That's it at this point. RCM. Did you get into Treem? The same writers as The Wire. Didn't see that. Anybody that's involved in The Wire has another show I'm going to be interested in. Take a look at it because the people involved in The Wire, they've already proven to give us some shit. JS Preezy, The Wire intro music, top 5. Then allowed to. Oh, nigga said way down and up. Alright, y'all, I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. You know what I mean? But there's some people out there that's just doing too much. I'm out.